Hi, welcome. I'm Nona, and this is NonnasHere. Today, I am joining the craft collab of Wood Rounds or Wreath Wednesday. This is a fun collab, and I'm very happy to be here. Let me introduce our hosts to you. Today, our hosts are DIY with Aurea and Lolly D's Creations. And we're very pleased to have guest host, the Grace Life Home Decor with Anna. Now, of course, I'll have all their channel links down below in the description box and the complete playlist of everyone who is joining in today. Now, you'll want to be sure and check out Aurea's, Lolly's, and Anna's channels to watch their videos of what they're creating today and the playlist of all the other creators who have made videos of wood rounds or wreaths for today's video. You'll get lots of ideas of things to make. Now, my crafts are always easy, fun, and budget friendly. I get most of my craft supplies from Dollar Tree, but my first craft, I got my wood round from the thrift store. Now, my crafts are just to give you ideas of things that you can make. So my wood round won't be exactly like a wood round that you would have, but you may have other things that are similar, or you could use any wood round candlestick holder to make a craft similar to mine. So let's get over to my craft table and I'll show you what I've been working on. Project number 1. I got this round wooden piece at the thrift store many years ago. I don't know what it was from. I got 2 of them. I used the first one a long time ago, and a candle fits in there just perfectly. So I'm going to make it into a candle holder using these dark green velvet pumpkins and these dark blue velvet pumpkins, and I'm simply going to glue the pumpkins around the wooden piece. And I thought I had videotaped me hot gluing them, but apparently I did not. But I'm showing you there how I altered the blue and the dark green. It's a real pretty piece of wood, and it is round and it is wooden, so that's what I'm doing. And it's a real simple craft. So there it is, all finished. I've glued the pumpkins around the round wooden piece and put the candle in the middle. The candle can come out and be replaced. I just simply hot glued those pumpkins around the wooden piece, and there it is, a very simple wood round candle holder. And there it is. So that's DIY number 1. Came out real pretty, very simple. All right. For this one, I'm using a styrofoam wreath, and the first thing I'm going to do is cover it with this mesh just to cover the green. It's a dark colored mesh, and I'm just winding it around the styrofoam wreath form just to cover the dark green. And I'm going to use some really pretty blue eucalyptus leaves and flowers to make the wreath. Now, I know blue is not necessarily a fall color, but they seem to be showing a lot of blue this fall, and I love these blue flowers and eucalyptus leaves, so I'm going to be using them to make this wreath. So I've got some flowers that I got at Dollar Tree, and you can see it's got the red little seal on it, so I had to pay, I think, $1.50 for these stems. And there's some blue, light blue and darker blue eucalyptus leaves, stems, that I'll be cutting down and using to make the wreath, and these real pretty bushes with leaves and some white pumpkins. And then I have some more blue velvet mini pumpkins. Those I did get for $1.25. I think I had these in my stash. And some more of the dark blue mini pumpkins. Okay, so once I have the wreath all covered, oh, these have clips on the bottom. So once I have the wreath all covered with the mesh to cover up the green, I'm going to use these long ties to tie the branches to the wreath form. So I'm putting the stems of the branches together. I'm gathering them together. And then I'm going to lay them on the wreath and kind of spread them out, and then take the zip tie and put it underneath the wreath, pull it up, and wrap it around the stems to hold them together and attach them to the wreath form. And then I'm going to pull the zip tie real tight, very tightly, and that way the different stems will be attached to the wreath form, and you won't see the zip ties when I get all done, because everything will be overlapped, and you'll see that I'll go back and fill in all the empty spaces, because I like my wreaths to be really full. So I always look at it from different angles to make sure that there's no empty spots. And you'll see that in just a few minutes, how I do that I just turn it around, and I usually hang it up and look at it for a day or two to make sure that I don't have any empty spots, that everything's really filled in. Okay, so there I have my first branches zip tied down right there. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to do some more branches on there, and then I spread out the leaves, and now I have some empty spots. So I actually have two different colors of pumpkins. There's a lighter blue and then a real dark blue. And I've taken off those clips that were on the bottom, and I'm going to hot glue those pumpkins into the big spaces that are open so everything's filled in. Okay, so I have those spots, and now I have this extra little stuff that was in my stash, and I'm going to hot glue that in to another spot. And I like my wreaths to kind of come off of the actual wreath form to draw the eye out. So I'm going to stick this in, and you'll see how it will stick out from the wreath form to draw the eye out. All right, see how it kind of comes out from the wreath form? Okay, there's another empty spot, so I'm going to hot glue that pumpkin in there to cover up that. There's another empty spot. So I'm going to what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this single eucalyptus leaf, and I'm going to hot glue it in. That's a darker blue eucalyptus leaf. Then I'm going to take a light blue eucalyptus leaf, and I'm going to hot glue that in to cover in that empty spot, and that will look real pretty. See there around that pumpkin? Nice contrast there. So, and that empty spot is all filled in. So I turn it around and I look at it and I make sure that all my empty spots are filled in and that I have a real full wreath. Because there's another empty spot. Now I'm going to go around and I'm going to cut down all those zip ties because I don't want those ends sticking out. And now you don't even know there's zip ties on there anywhere. So I'm going to cut all those down, and there's no zip ties sticking out. Perfect. Now I have to make a hanger, so I have this pretty ribbon that has pumpkins on it in the blue and orange. So I hot glued that onto the back of the wreath, And now I have a finished wreath in the pretty shades of blue. Now let's look at the final reveal. Well, before we get to the final reveal, I want to thank our hosts again, DIY with Aurea, Lolly D's Creations, and our special guest host, Anna, from the Grace Life Home Decor. Now be sure and check out their channels and the playlist of everyone else who has created a video today. I know they really appreciate a thumbs up from you to show your appreciation for their hard work. And feel free to subscribe to any of their channels. And if you haven't subscribed to NonnasHere yet, it's free and easy to do. Just hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and the word all so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I hope you'll comment down below and tell me what you think of my craft projects today. All right, let's get on to the final reveal and see the projects what I've made today up close. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon at NonnasHere. Okay, the final reveal. First is the little candle holder made from the wooden round that I got at the thrift store with the dark blue and the green velvet pumpkins. Very easy. And secondly is my blue wreath with the eucalyptus leaves and the branches and the dark blue and the medium blue velvet pumpkins. I think it came out really pretty and I like it. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.